Welcome into the Third and Thirsty podcast, your one-pot stop for Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Kansas City referee, and Taylor Swift free AFC West banter. I'm Alex Belma, fan of the 9-2 first place in the AFC West, first place in the American Football Conference, Denver Broncos. And to my right, I have Edgar Larios. He's a fan of the Raiders. They're pretty much the opposite of all of that.
They are the opposite. I don't
even. Yeah. So this week we are missing our Charger counterpart, Omar Rubio. He quit the show because the Chargers are so ass. No, I'm just kidding. He's still going to be on the show. He's just out of town. So we'll go on without him today. We'll talk a little bit about the Chargers, but we'll mostly focus on the Broncos and the Raiders today. Because the Broncos and the Chargers are on bye next week, we're going to keep this one pretty short. We'll cover the games from last week. We'll talk a little bit about the Raiders game with the Browns and then give some score predictions. At least Omar sent those in. He's such a professional. And we'll go from there. So let's touch real quickly on the Chargers before we get to the game of the week with the Broncos and the Chiefs. There's not much to say about that Chargers game because the Chargers are straight trash.
Dude, honestly, we all picked the Chargers to win, but I honestly thought the defense was going to show up. And that Jaguars was just having their way with them.
Yeah, I think the missing Alt and Slater finally really caught up to them at this point.
Oh, yeah. That Jaguars defense was just harassing Herbert the entire game.
Herbert was having flashbacks to when the Jaguars dropped 100 points on him to come back and beat him. So he was seeing ghosts out there. He played awful. That might have been one of his worst games of his career.
Dude, I think Omar said this was going to be a revenge game for them, apparently, for that playoff game. Yeah, sorry, Omar, it didn't go that way.
It certainly didn't work out that way, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I put that game on in the morning, so I'll have the floor block or 4 block on the TV, and then I'll have whatever game I want to pay attention to most on the laptop.
Mm.
So I put that game on the laptop, and after like the second quarter, I was like, what am I even doing watching this? Just turn it off. Yeah. So yeah, the Chargers suck, and I think if you're a Chargers fan, you got to be pretty worried now that this just might be what the Chargers are without Alt and Slater.
Yeah.
And I really wish that Omar was here to talk shit about that game. I'm sure he's glad he took the week off.
I mean, I'm sure he's not feeling as bad as I am, but hey, I mean, they were starting really high, so it sucks that they were doing so well in the position they're in right now. But they were trying. They traded for that left tackle or a tackle, and did he even start?
I have no idea what the status is on him. Our boy Lee Richards 4409 chimed in. He said, "Well, I was a smug jackass fool. Chargers have nothing to look forward. No protection. Worst loss since the Jags game. Pathetic." Yeah. Yep, I'd have to agree, Lee. That was pretty bad, man. Yeah. And like I've been saying, I don't think there's much to look forward to for Charger fans going forward. That's why I kind of predicted it when we did our mid-season predictions. I said I don't think the Chargers are going to be able to hold up without Alt.
Yeah, honestly, they're probably and you predicted this as well. Like their only win is probably going to come from the Raiders. Like, I don't see they have probably one of the toughest the rest of the schedules compared to in the division. I think they're the rest of their schedule is the toughest.
Yeah, don't have it in front of me, but I know they got the Chiefs again, the Broncos again, obviously. I think they have the Eagles. Yeah, they still have the Eagles. They have the Cowboys, the Texans. So
those are all tough, especially missing Alt and Slater.
Mm-hmm. And the Texans with that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a tough road ahead of them. So I don't know. They got a couple of teams vying for that last spot in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to make it.
Dude, they're going to have to hope the Jaguars lose because they have that tiebreaker. So if they end up tying with the Chargers, Jaguars going.
That's true. That was a big game for that reason. I guess I didn't even think about that. No, I was thinking about the wild card mostly for the Chiefs, what it means for them.
Oh, dude, that thing's going away fast.
Let's get to that. Let's get to the Broncos and Chiefs game. So before we do, anyone that catching us live here, I don't think anyone is, maybe one or two of you, I really appreciate you watching. But anyone that watches this later, Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. Leave comments in the comment section. We always get to you. And then we're going to start trying to do these live videos every week. So we'll always put those out and let people know when we're going live. So the Broncos, man, you were right.
Yep. That's exactly how I was going to start it. That's exactly how I was going to start. I was the one that predicted the win. But
Yeah.
the score was nowhere near it. But man, I told you,
You had a higher scoring game, right?
No, it was actually, I thought it was going to be a lot of field goals, and like maybe the last score was going to be a touchdown by Bo Nix, like going down. I mean, driving down for a touchdown. But I mean, he just drove down and put them in a position to win. So close enough.
Yeah, hey man, you were closer than both me and Omar. We both had the Broncos losing, and I think I learned to just never doubt Bo Nix again. Like I said, going into the game, I wanted to see him break out and have a crazy game and get close to 300 yards and get started early, but I just didn't see it happening, and that's what he did.
I didn't see the stats, but
Yeah, he got close to 300. Should have been like 340 if it wasn't for a couple of drops that he had again. But I don't even know where to start with this one, man. It's so nice that the Chiefs are no longer a team that the Broncos fear. In the Bo Nix, Sean Payton era, taking out that one at the end of the season last year because the Broncos were playing against their backups, and they beat the hell out of them, shut them out. That game doesn't really count. But in the two games, it is split 1-1. But in both games, Bo Nix has driven the Broncos down at the end of the game and put them in position to kick a 35-yard field goal in both games. This one they didn't block, and they ended up winning. So really looking forward to these games in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's no longer the Broncos losing 17 straight games to the Chiefs, and then just seeing those on the schedule and counting them up as a automatic loss.
No, yeah. I mean, I told you, I was like, I feel like the Broncos defense was gonna do the exact same thing the Eagles did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, just harass Patrick Mahomes the entire time, and that's exactly what they did. They had him running the entire time, and not just that, like your corners were playing great. There was some really very questionable calls.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that when we hand out seltzers.
But I mean, hey, like in the end, they stood strong and they came out with that dub. Yeah, Riley Moss did. He was getting picked on a lot, but he held it down, and he did. I mean, he did great.
Yeah, I mean, he's the most targeted corner in the league, mostly because he's playing second to Patrick Surtain. You don't want to, throw his way. But that brings up another good point. What made this Broncos win so special isn't just that they beat the Chiefs and made them 5-5, put yourselves at 9-2, but you did it when the Chiefs were coming off a bye. They absolutely needed to win this game to keep their hopes alive for the division. Their backs were against the wall. You knew you were going to get the best version of them. The Chiefs are healthy.
I was about to say they were healthy, so they have no excuse.
They were only losing Pacheco. The Broncos are not only missing the best player on their defense and the best defensive player in the world in Patrick Surtain, but they also lost Dobbins, their best weapon on offense. And it's not even close. He's been the best player on offense. And then obviously missing Singleton as well, who, has been playing really well this year, but he also wears a green dot. So he's like an extension of Vance Joseph out there. So you're missing those three guys, and with all the different circumstances, and you still beat the Chiefs. I think that's just it reflects the change in the division. The Chiefs are no longer just going to be able to run away with this shit. Not just this year, but going forward.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that they're not gonna. They're done. Their dynasty's done for sure, but they're still going to be a very competitive team. They can definitely get better, but this division is just going to get tougher. So the better the more they improve, the more Denver's going to improve, and the more the Raiders are just going to suck.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude. Like you mentioned, the division is only going to get better. So that's huge. And then when you're looking, at the Chiefs, like, what's the end of a dynasty? Is it they're never going to win a Super Bowl again? I'm not going to say that. Nah. I think Mahomes will at least get another one. Yeah. But it's definitely not going to be the case where they're looking at the end of November and they've already got the division locked up and they're already looking at the number one seed. I think those days are over because, like you mentioned, the Broncos are only going to be better. Whether or not the Broncos win a Super Bowl this year, that's still left for debate. And I'm not going to go that far yet still. But excuse me. The Chargers are also going to be better.
Yeah.
And when they get Alton Slater back, and then I don't know. You could talk about the Raiders as much as you want. I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't even want to start. We'll get to that later.
So I'm looking here. The Instagram live stream is just the middle here. So anyone that's watching on Instagram, shout out to you. And yeah, man. I mean, I could just keep going and going about how great that win was in beating the Chiefs. It was a lot of fun to watch. The Broncos are certainly making me feel alive this year. There's no doubt about
up
that.
And down your emotions on that group chat. One day you'll be like, "God, we suck. Yeah. Oh, we're the greatest."
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, I'm glad that we get a bye this week, and my heart gets a little break. Oh.
Who do you guys have after the bye?
After that, we got the Commanders.
Oh,
so
I mean, it would have been a great game, but
yeah, and that's kind of a bummer. Yeah. So they got the Commanders, and then they also have the Raiders after that. So it's almost like they got a 3-week bye.
Unfortunately.
Oh, my wife is watching. Shout out, wife.
Hello.
So yeah, God, I know there's more stuff I want to talk about with the Broncos and the Chiefs. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, that's enough praise I'm gonna give them.
Oh man, there was so much stuff I wanted to say. I'm just blanking on it.
I hate the Chiefs just as much, but man, I mean, it was a very intense game just because, we all hate the Chiefs in this pod. So, even though like I hate the Broncos, it was nice for us to see, the Chiefs being 5-5. I wish the Raiders weren't 2-9, but I can't ask for everything. So, yeah, I mean, good win for Broncos. Like I said, that defense, it's insane. It's honestly the reason why they're 9-2.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm not gonna take it away from Bo. He did great. He's getting his job done, and he's doing a good job at it. Obviously, protecting the ball a lot better than Geno. So, if he keeps it up, just you said like you said, he doesn't have to be elite. He just needs to get the job done, basically.
Yeah, no,
that's exactly what he's doing. He's not making turnover. He's not doing mistakes. He's just getting the job done.
Yeah. The way the defense is built, I mean, there really is no reason for Bo to have to be like Josh Allen. If he could just do what he's doing, if he plays like he did on Sunday against the Chiefs and the Broncos, I mean, the ceiling is definitely a Super Bowl win. It's just putting together a game like that where he starts strong, puts points on the board early, and doesn't need to drop 21 points in the fourth quarter to win. When the Chiefs did score that touchdown, when Kelsey got through Hufanga, definitely did feel like, shit, man, here we go. Like, Mahomes going to get the ball again. They're going to score. It's just going to get out of reach. But that never came because that Chiefs team is long gone and dead. And we never have to worry about that shit again. Maybe. Maybe I'll eat my words.
I mean, like I said, they're struggling, but they still have a really good defense. It's still that offense. I don't know why their offense, they just can't get it right.
Yeah, they're not quite clicking like they used to, man. Like, they get the ball with what was it, like 3 or 4 minutes left, and they went 3 and out. And the Broncos went and got that sack to end the drive, pushing backwards a little bit. Like, Chiefs teams of the past never would have done that. They would have just moved the ball down the field. Mahomes would have pulled out his magic. The rest would have thrown a couple flags, and you'd look up and Taylor Swift would be celebrating in the press box. But not anymore, man. I think the NFL and the refs, they might be getting one foot out the door on the Chiefs. They were still sticking around. Again, I'm going to talk about that when we hand out seltzers. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't get what they expected in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, I know I'm leaving some stuff on the table that I wanted to talk about, but let's move on. I know you don't want to talk about the Raiders game very much, so But let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they went out there and laid another egg, got their ass kicked by the Cowboys.
Yep, they got their ass handed to them. Yeah, so I mean, we all predicted this loss. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be 33-16. I actually didn't even think the Raiders were going to score more than 10 points. Um, yeah, this offense is just, I don't know. Like at first, I was blaming it on Gino. I was blaming it on the offensive line, and I get it. We're this offensive line is literally in shambles. Like I have no idea that whole lineup. It was confusing as hell. But dude, running it only twice in the first half, like I'm just speechless, dude. Like I don't know, like, and then not just that, not just not running it, but play actions. Like, why are you doing play actions when you haven't ran it a single time? Like, you're not fooling anybody. You're literally giving the ball to a quarterback that has been getting pressured all day the last 3 weeks and has the most interceptions on the entire NFL. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like at this point, I feel like Chip Kelly's just getting his money. And he's like, I'm out of here. Fuck this.
I saw that he's getting paid what, $6 million
Yeah, he's
dollars?
the highest paid offensive coordinator.
That's
They were
crazy.
they were like I mean I get it. Like they're trying to make something work, but dude, come on, like and like w- I would have thought that Chip Kelly was gonna come in with like to the NFL with a chip on his shoulder, like
Prove that he could still do in the NFL.
yeah, pretty much. Like thinking like a lot of people were like, oh, he can't do it anymore. So I basically thought like, you know what, like of course he's not gonna have the offense that he wants, that he really wants. But I mean, I didn't think he was gonna get an offense this bad, So it's mind blowing. Although the defense didn't show up either, but honestly, they were on the field way too much. They give the offense plenty of opportunities to take this lead, but they just kept fumbling it, or they just kept messing it up. And a lot of it was a play calling, Gino like missing like a lot of plays or a lot of open receivers. Like this whole thing is just bad. That whole offense needs to like get literally, you know, pulled apart and, get new pieces, because at this point nothing is working.
Tear it down to the studs and start over.
Pretty much. Like, I mean, the only thing that's honestly working is the defense, and it's barely working. But I mean, that's because we honestly can see that we have a very young secondary with no experience. But that front seven is doing pretty good. Like, I mean, we're not elite, but we're doing the job. This offense is just, it's not even like, I feel like a high school offense could do better than this. Like, I
He-
feel like in a high school, like coach can call a better play calling than Chip Kelly. Like,
yeah.
it's not that hard. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's not that hard, but like, dude, you ran it 11 times in the entire game. You only ran it 4 times the first half. You only ran it twice with Genty. Like, it's got to be a joke. Like, I don't know at this point. So, I predicted the loss. Unfortunately, it sucks. I have a lot of friends and family that are Cowboys fans, and I know they're rubbing it in, and I'm okay with it at this point. I mean, they always talk shit nonstop, so it's nothing new.
You've had shit talked your whole entire life, bro. You're a Raider fan.
Yeah, so I mean,
You're used to
that's why
it.
like when people are, oh, I'm gonna talk shit all the entire time once we beat you, I'm like, dude, what's gonna change? Like, you've been doing that since I met you.
Yeah, man. The Raiders are in shambles. Watching that game, I watched that one too. And just, it's crazy that, I mean, at this point in the season, it's over. You're not making the playoffs. You kind of need to see what you got going forward. You drafted a guy number 6 overall in Genty, and you're only giving him 2, 3 carries and a half. What he ended up with 6?
7 yards, I think.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of maybe shift your focus to seeing if he's going to be the guy that you want or not. Give him maybe 10, 12, 13 carries a game. I don't
Like,
think that's asking much. I mean, give him a
ex-
little bit of play.
yeah, exactly. At least 12 carries. Like, it was just insane. Like that. Like, I thought this offense was going to be very balanced. Like, especially like we were going to be a run first but very balanced team, and it's been very pass, which is mind blowing because, dude, we literally are leading in interceptions. Like, why are you giving the ball to somebody who's like having so much trouble, who's running around the entire time every time he hikes the ball. Like, I don't know. At this point, I just feel like he gave up, or I don't know. I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's insane. But at the end of the day, like, you know, the only thing I can honestly look for at this point, unfortunately, and it's sad to say, is we get to see how Spytek gets to rebuild this whole team. You know, and
Yeah. And
it's
it's
somebody
gonna.
that actually I trust a lot more than Mark Davis. So
Yeah, definitely. Spytek seems like a guy that could turn things around. It's gonna take a couple years though, man. One
mean,
podcast I was listening to today was 3 and Out with John Middlecoff. I've mentioned him before, um,
yeah,
but
that was the one he said to trade Crosby like 2 years ago.
yeah, and he made me feel pretty smart because he is a former scout. He definitely knows what he's talking about. Um, so if you are watching this and, and you're looking for some real deep ball knowledge, check out John Middlecoff. But he made me feel smart because he said exactly what I've been saying on this pod all year. What the hell is Pete Carroll doing coaching this team? It makes no sense. And you could blame him for holding them back because he wants to win now, obviously, because he's 150 years old. He's not going to be around in 5 years. So he's part of the decision making when it comes to let's make sure Max Crosby sticks around, who obviously Max Crosby wants to stick around, but what is he doing on this team? Getting a couple sacks a game while you're losing by 20 points. What's the point? Go get the draft picks, try to regroup because the Broncos aren't getting any worse. The Chargers aren't getting any worse. The Chiefs are getting worse, but they're just coming back down to the middle. They're still going to be damn good. They're just not going to be the best team in the league. So, yeah, I mean, talking about the Raiders, boy, I mean, they've got a long way to go. And yeah, it made me, like I said, it made me feel a lot better that Middlecoff was saying exactly what I've been saying for the whole year. I beat him to it.
I mean, I'll admit it. I mean, as a Raider fan, yes, I saw potential, but you know, to be honest with you, it's a lot of how can I explain it? It's not gonna be an overnight thing for sure, but you're right. Pete Carroll is to the age where it's not gonna it might it's probably gonna take us at least 4 years tops. And that's just to barely try to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he's only has a 3 year deal, and he can extend, but come on now, let's be realistic to that point. So I mean, we'll see what they decide. I know for sure Spytek is safe and everybody in the office is safe, and I do trust them. I feel like Spytek got himself a really good team around him. So we'll see what they decide. But yeah, I mean, it didn't take until the Dallas game for me to be like, "Oh, this team is done." Trust me. I honestly, it was until the Colts game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's been obvious for a little while now.
yeah, exactly.
I
So
thought the Raiders were not going to be competitive, but like we talked about before the season started, I thought 6-7 wins wasn't crazy to think.
yeah,
Like
I
they would be
mean,
competent and
like,
be in some games, but they've just been awful.
yeah,
Couple of comments before we keep going
go
here.
for it.
Junior chimed in. He said, "How about them
Uh,
Cowboys?" Uh, and then Lee Richards chiming in again, talking about Crosby. Poor Crosby, one of my favorite players to watch. They need to let him go. So he
I
agrees too,
agree.
man.
I agree. I mean, I wasn't again. I wasn't with it, but in the end of the day, I agree. Great player, fucking honestly, a true meaning of a Raider. But at the end of the day, we just got to do what we got to do.
Yep. Yep. All right, man. Anything else you want to add to the?
No, I can't say it on live.
Okay. Well, let's give out some IPAs and seltzers then. Omar did send in some IPAs and seltzers regarding the Chargers, so let me pull that up. And I think he gave one to Travis Etienne.
Oh, I did see that. Wow.
So he went outside of the Chargers for his IPA.
I think that's the first time he didn't give someone. He gave somebody outside of the Chargers.
Yeah, we'll see after this game. We talked about on the last one. He hasn't picked against the Chargers all season.
That's right.
We'll see if he comes to his senses after the bye and picks the Chargers to lose at least one game. So yeah, Etienne had 2 touchdowns. So that was his IPA. My IPA, Look, there was a clear Bronco that you could really give it to, and a lot of people are talking about this Bronco. So I'll give him a quick shout out, but also I want to give it a little bit more outside the box. But that player that deserves it the most is Shaquan McMillan. Dude had a great game, 2 huge sacks, one end of the drive there on that last drive for the Chiefs, and then he had that interception. So he had a huge game, man. Big shout out to him because the Broncos drafted Jahdae Barron really to kind of replace him. And he's kept him off the field, number 1 pick, because he's just been playing out of his mind all season, not just today. So definitely Shaquan McMillan as a honorable mention. But another one I want to give it to is Jaleel McLaughlin because he, has been the Broncos' rotation running back for the last 2 years, last 2 previous seasons. And then when they brought in Dobbins and drafted Harvey, he's been on the practice squad pretty much all season. This was only the second game where he was active. And he came out and he ran the ball hard. He didn't have great stats, but he did get himself a touchdown. So it was nice to see him out there on the field and getting it done. And I think he's going to be a big part of the offense going forward this season now that Dobbins is going to be out for the whole season.
I was going to say, is he out for the season? Or
Yeah, he got surgery. They did say that he might be back for the Super Bowl. So,
okay.
So when the Broncos make the Super Bowl, J.K. Dobbins will be there.
Back.
Yeah.
So for my IPA, I can only give it to one man only. He's a one-man wrecking crew. He's the one dude that, he really shouldn't be with the Raiders, but fortunately he's a ride or die, which is why he's a Raider favorite, and that's my boy Crosby. He got that strip sack. He even when they were kneeling at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, he was still trying to get to the quarterback. Oh, dude, come on! I love this guy, but
yeah,
shout out to Crosby. I'm sorry, man. I get it. Love your fucking heart, but yeah, hopefully one day we'll get you into a championship game.
Yeah,
team.
Yeah, get them to a championship team.
Yeah,
there you go. That's okay.
I mean.
I misunderstood you. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of fans in the NFL, even outside of the Raiders, that don't respect the hell out of Max Crosby. Great player and definitely a dude you want to have on your team. Loyal to death. Some would say way too loyal, unfortunately for him.
Unfortunately, but hopefully he doesn't end up pulling the same mistakes that Devontae Adams did, where he was too loyal to Aaron Rodgers and to Derek Carr, and he ended up trying to following him to the Jets and following him to the Raiders. And,
true. But eventually he left though, and
he's doing great now.
Yeah, now he's on a Super Bowl contender. He's playing really well.
Hey, maybe he can do that again.
Yeah. Okay, let's give out some seltzers. I'll go over Omar's again. Omar, Bradley Bozeman for the horrible attempt at a flop. Did you see that? That was like LeBron level flopping. That was terrible. Yeah, you're a lineman, man. You can't flop like that.
I don't know.
Like, try to be tough, dude.
I saw one. Was that for Booth from fucking Cowboys?
I guess I didn't see this one.
Oh yeah, him and like Kuntz were going back and forth, and Kuntz just straight up boom hits him like straight up like goes. Bah,
oh, I did see that. I did see that.
Fucking falls, and he actually get the penalty. I was just like, bro.
He at least hit him.
True that, right?
Yeah. Junior just chimed in again and said, imagine how much better the Raiders would have been if they drafted offensive linemen in 6th overall. I don't think they'd be that much better this year.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't think so either.
They would still suck.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Okay, seltzer for me. And I talked about how I was going to get to the refs. And Tyler Guyton. Yeah. So seltzer goes to the refs. The refs were terrible. They even missed a couple of calls on the Broncos. Mm-hmm. But man, they were awful all game. Kept making me think that the fix was still in, that they were going to go out of their way and try to help the Chiefs. I mean, there's just multiple occasions. Nick Bonito was being held on damn near every play, and not just like a little or a little jersey tug here and there. He was getting wrapped around the neck and tackled to the ground right in front of refs. They weren't calling it. You had the Jaleel McLaughlin when he was fighting for yards and they whistled the play dead while he was sneaking out, and he would have had like 30 yards in front of him. Instead, he ends up losing 3 yards. Ridiculous, right?
Horrible call.
You had Bo Nix's sneak when he got to the line on a 3rd down at the end of the first half. within the 2 minutes, so Sean Payton couldn't challenge the spot. But I thought it was clear that he got there. They didn't even take a second look at it. Riley Moss, he got flagged for 2 PIs, both of which gave the Chiefs like 45 yards. The first one was bullshit. The second one, all right, kind of have to call it. But the first one was terrible, brought the Chiefs all the way up to the goal line. They missed the one on Franklin where he was going to be catching one in the end zone, but got wrapped around the waist by the guy that was a yard behind him. Just overall terrible product by the refs. We're used to seeing it, especially during Chief games. And I'm not convinced that they didn't run into Sean Payton on the sideline on purpose either. Seltzers go to the refs, man. That was awful. And then Seltzers to the NFL rule makers as well. One thing that we need to make a change when it comes to the rules is this quarterbacks throwing the ball short. I think I've talked about it already. Underthrowing receivers on purpose so the receiver could run through the defender and just get a PI call. That happened on Moss's second one.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee it. Mahomes threw that ball up knowing it was going to be short. He intentionally threw it 5 yards short. So his receiver could just run back through Moss and get the PI call. It was 3rd and 18.
If it's not catchable,
it's just bullshit.
It shouldn't be.
They got to come up with a way where that isn't the intention of quarterbacks at this point. Yeah. Which, I mean, Mahomes is a smart player. I guarantee that's what he was doing. Yeah. He knew that he didn't have this guy open. So instead of throwing it up and trying to get like a 50-50 ball, he knew he could just go and get a pass interference call. So that needs to change somehow. I don't know how they do it, but work on it. Seltzers to the NFL rule makers and the rest.
Hopefully next year we're in those meetings.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'll keep an eye on the DMs on Instagram, make sure. But yeah, for some reason I don't see that happening. Seltzer.
My Seltzer is gonna go to the one man. He's already had a couple. I think it was my last two, or my last one.
Damn, dude, he's going on a 3 in a row.
I think 2 or 3. I think at this point.
I know you've been giving him a lot. I think I could take a guess who you're going for.
It's not Gino.
No, I know.
Oh, okay, then you do know who I'm going for.
Yep.
And it's fucking Chip Kelly.
Dude, it's so trash,
bro. Come on now, like, yeah. 2 carries in first half. You deserve a keg, bro.
A keg of warm, flat seltzer.
Warm, flat, mineral water. Like, it's not even like a flavor seltzer. It's just mineral water. Yeah. I can't even. Dude, horrible. I would have loved 12 carries out of this guy. But no. So yeah, my seltzer goes to that guy. It wasn't even, I think it's my 2nd or 3rd time. I don't remember. But yeah, this guy's play calling. I think like P at this point, he might as well just start doing the play calling. I don't think he can get any worse.
Yeah, no. I definitely don't think it could be any worse. So you think they move on from him at the end of the year, or do you think they keep him around?
I personally think they're going to end up moving on from everybody. Something tells me they're just going to. Something tells me that he's not agreeing with Spytek too much. So they're going to probably just move on from him.
Yeah. Definitely the right move.
Yeah. So, and if they don't move on from him, I think Chip Kelly's moving for sure.
Yeah.
So if it's not the entire staff, then it's going to be Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's IPAs and seltzers. Typically we end the stream at this point, but since both the Broncos and the Chargers are going to be off next week, rather than recording a separate preview episode, we're just going to roll the only game that we're going to talk about into this episode. That's going to be the Browns and the Raiders. Shador getting his first start against the Raiders.
Funny? We actually called it. I think you manifested it.
What did I say? I was right about something else, man. I've been right about a lot.
I don't know if it was you or Omar literally said that. Watch.
I'm gonna take.
Shador's gonna start versus the Raiders. Like one of you has for sure said it.
Oh, I've been right about a lot, so I'm just gonna say I was right about this too.
I would credit you or credit Omar. Omar's gonna take the credit regardless, but
that's true. But he's not here. Fuck Omar.
But yeah, honestly, I remember one of you guys mentioned that Shador's gonna start versus the Raiders, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
Here we are. We get a banger. We get the Shador Geno Bowl.
Shit, I just hope he is the same Shador that was that was playing against the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't look great. I didn't get to watch it because he was playing while the Broncos were playing. But I know he didn't look great.
Yeah, he definitely looked like they were. He wasn't practicing. Like this week is going to be crazy for him. I mean, I know he's going to come out balling out. I mean, it doesn't really take much for you guys to beat the Raiders, but or for them to beat the Raiders, especially with Miles Garrett on the other side.
Yeah. Well, they have a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they're going to eat all day. So they're gonna. I just feel like they're gonna. The defense is just gonna get super worn out, and Shores is gonna just basically have a. I mean, his first start, first win.
Yeah. Oh, wow, man, you've really lost faith. Yeah, Shador. One thing with Shador that came out this week that people were like shocked about was that he didn't get any reps with the first team until he was out there when he had to come in against the Ravens.
Mm.
That's like, so he's a third string quarterback. Like Broncos' third string quarterback is Sam Ellinger. I guarantee he hasn't had any first reps of court.
So wait, who's the backup of Dylan then?
No, I think you got confused. It's Shador.
Yeah,
I was
but
talking about the Broncos. Sam
oh,
Ellinger
oh,
is
oh,
their
okay.
third string.
Sorry,
So
I
I
thought you
was
were
just talking
talking
about
about.
most third string quarterbacks don't get reps with the first
Yeah,
team during
yeah,
practice because why the hell would you do that?
yeah. Of
Uh,
course, but I was like in my head, I was like, wait, but isn't Shador second string?
no, Shador is third.
But it's only Dylan Gabriel now, isn't it?
Yeah, he started as a third string quarterback.
Oh yeah.
But even in practice, like why are you're not going to give a lot of reps to the second string
No, but I
quarterback.
mean, he'll at least still have like some reps with like. I mean, sure the second round, but it looked like he didn't have any reps at all. Like it looked like he was just completely
Yeah,
lost out there.
yeah, he's struggled, man. I'm rooting for Shador. I hope
Oh,
he
for
has a
sure, me
good
too.
career, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I honestly think he's gonna end up like. I think it does. They're gonna give him like a pretty easy like playbook to the point where like just get the ball out pretty quick. They have a really good running back, that rookie. I forgot his name. But yeah, this they're gonna. I just feel like they're gonna be able to move the ball pretty good once our defense starts getting kind of worn down after a while.
Yeah, the thing for Shador, he's not going to have to watch a ton, or he's not going to have to score a ton of points.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying, because Raiders offense is terrible. The Browns defense, that's the one thing that they do have with Miles Garrett. Again, like we talked about it a little bit here earlier today. Uh, the Browns and the Raiders are actually kind of similar, and their offenses are dog shit. They're starting terrible quarterbacks, might be two of the worst quarterbacks in the league. But they both have decent defenses. The Browns are a little bit better, but
Mm-hmm.
they have like two of the top 5 edge rushers in the league. Miles Garrett might be number one.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely top
He is a
two.
monster. So you have these two edge rushers, terrible quarterbacks. How do you want to get into scores already?
I mean, if you have one, you can go for it.
Let's go for it, man. I wasn't joking earlier today. I honestly think it's gonna be like a 6-3 game.
Oh shit!
I think the Browns win like 6-3.
Nah, I think it's gonna be a little bit more than that.
Because the Raiders offense looks awful.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't score against the Cowboys. When you got the Browns or defense coming against you, and oh man, yeah, I definitely see this being a dog shit game. Terrible to watch. 6-3.
Yeah.
I got the Browns, man.
I don't see a 63. Unfortunately, I don't. I see the Browns actually scoring more just because, like I said, I feel like our offense, like we're not going to be able to do much. So that means a lot of three and outs, and that means our defense being on the field a
Yeah.
lot more than they should be. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but to be honest with you, like I haven't been right the entire time about the Raiders. So at this point, I'm just gonna do what's the obvious. So I honestly feel like they're gonna run the ball. Shador's gonna be doing a lot of play action, short passes. Like they're gonna make him comfortable, and he's gonna look like his college, you know, like his college days, like just balling out. But in reality, like I see like I'm gonna go 24 to 9, 3 field goals.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I honestly, this offensive line is just in shambles.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I've heard that Cole Miller can come back. There's no reason to bring him back.
Nope. Let him get healthy.
Yes, just let him and JPJ get healthy. I mean, if you guys want to pull DJ Glaze, go for it. But if not, let him keep playing so he can, get more experience. But at this point, just play your rookie, see what you got, and yeah, just finish out the year. But yeah, honestly, I feel like Shador's going to at least score, maybe throw one touchdown at most, and a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not going to be a fun game to watch either way.
No, I mean it's an afternoon game, I think. So I mean, there's plenty of other games you can watch.
Yeah.
It's no more prime time
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take this weekend off now that the Broncos are going to be playing with their bye week. I think I'm going to take some time away from football this weekend. Maybe take my daughter to the zoo.
Nice.
So let's see here. Junior chimed in again and said, "Let's cook a parlay." We don't have those apps open, but let's just go Genty under whatever his carries are.
Yeah, at this point, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if this upcoming week his carries gonna be like over 3 carries or something, or over
whatever it is,
6.
hammer the under, and I don't know, Miles Garrett sacks over 1.5.
And don't forget the Geno interception.
And yeah, that's always a W for sure. So Geno interception, Genty under carries.
Or maybe under yards, maybe rushing yards.
Okay, under yards,
Just
and
in
then
case, they try to be cute and run the ball,
he
but
still has that line in front of
yeah,
him.
exactly.
Yeah, and then Miles Garrett over sacks, whatever it is.
Definitely.
Maybe just make really good money and put it over 2.5. Get you a nice little accelerator there. The other AFC West game is going to be the Colts, the Chiefs.
That's gonna be another good game.
That's a fun game. What's fun as a Bronco fan watching that game is I have no idea who to root for, because I could root against the Colts, and the Broncos will be in a better position to get the number 1 seed, and then I could root against the Chiefs and just hope that they get closer and closer to getting knocked out of the playoffs. So I'm torn. The nice thing is at least one of them is going to lose. But I do think it's going to be a good game.
Definitely be a good game.
One stat that I think is pretty interesting: Broncos opponents, after they lose to the Broncos at Denver, they're 0-5 in their games after. So after you lose to the Broncos, you're 0-5 after that, because the Broncos just kick the shit out of you. Ask the Texans and their quarterback that's still out. The Broncos are physical. They beat you up. I'm sure the Chiefs got beat up during this game. So honestly,
it sucks that DeForest Buckner's out.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been good for the Colts.
Yeah, but they got Jonathan Taylor, and I think Taylor's going to be able to keep Mahomes off the field. So if we're going scores for that, well, give your take first, and then we'll get into the scores.
Yeah, honestly, like it's gonna be of course, it's gonna be a good game. Yeah, like I said, it sucks that DeForest Buckner's out. Definitely, you're gonna miss his pass rush, but I mean that defense is still solid. They have solid corners. I mean, I'm not talking about Sauce Gardner.
That's true.
Honestly, like this offense, their offense is like solid. Pittman's playing great. Pierce is starting to come through. Their tight end Warren, dude, that feels like
he's a monster, man.
Yeah, it's going crazy, and of course the beast of them all, freaking Jonathan Taylor. I'm honestly predicting another 3 touchdown game for him.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. He definitely put himself in the MVP conversation after last week, and wouldn't be shocked if he does something like that again. They had that bye last week, so it was the week before. But yeah, it's gonna be a good game, man. It'll be fun. Have no idea who to root for. Maybe a tie. Maybe that's even better. So let's see here. Let's get into scores for that game. We'll give. Actually, you know what? I forgot to give Omar's score on the Raiders game. He had 20-17 Raiders, and he said that because the Raiders ruined their chance to get a better draft pick and win this game. But the Chiefs and the Colts, he has the Colts winning 30-24.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good game if it's 30-24. I think it'll be a relatively high scoring game too, just because, like I said, Jonathan Taylor and that offense over there in Indy. We'll see what Daniel Jones shows up. That'll be kind of tough to predict. He's kind of been up and down lately, but I think they're really going to lean on Taylor just to keep Mahomes off the field, control the game. I'm not going to go 30-24. I think that's a little high scoring. I'm going to say something like 24-20. I think the Colts do win.
Yeah, I mean that's also a good score, but like I said, I'm predicting like Jonathan Taylor have a 3 touchdown game. So I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna go into the 30s. I'm gonna go 31-24.
Okay. Wow. And you got the Colts too.
The Colts as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we all got the Colts then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, and I think the dynasty is officially dead this year. If the Chiefs lose this game, their backs are really up against the wall now.
Yeah, if they lose this game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
They're gonna be battling and like wishing for other teams to help them out to try
they'll
to
need
get
a
into.
lot of help, especially if they lose on Sunday. Yeah, being that the teams in front of them, the Chargers and the Jaguars and the wild card, they both have wins over the Chiefs right now. So
That's what I'm saying. They both have wins against them. The Colts are it's another playoff team. With if they win another, you
mhm.
know, I mean, there's no way they're gonna tie against them. But like the Jaguars at this point,
Yeah,
they're just like they're in the same position as the Chargers. They're gonna have to be wishing the Jaguars to be losing.
hmm, yep, yep. All right, Junior chimed in, said Philly at Dallas on Saturday. That's another good game. Oh, Philly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Philly, but it's definitely gonna be a good game. Um, that number one defense versus I don't even know where Eagles are standing, but that definitely is not the same defense as last year.
Right.
So it's gonna be a good game. I feel
Yeah.
like that week one was very, very close.
Week one's always weird. The Raiders beat the Patriots week one.
And I still am holding on to that. You leave me alone.
Ended up being the best win of their season, man, by far. I don't think there's going to be another win they could get on the schedule that'd be better than that.
I don't know. The Titans game was pretty.
It's the Titans.
Hey,
They beat the Patriots, who are 9-2. That's pretty impressive looking back at it. Um, yeah, I don't think the Raiders could beat anybody coming up. That would be a better win than that. Maybe the Broncos at home, but that's not going to happen.
no. Honestly, with the worst his O line is getting, like I honestly thought that we had a chance against the Chargers with all their injuries, but with this O line, no, there's no way.
We'll see.
You know, it's like trust me, if Chargers O line is bad, ours is worse.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Watching that game on Monday, that was rough. Okay. Well, anything else?
Not that I can say.
I think we covered everything, right? We got into next week.
I just
Covered
didn't.
last week.
I didn't cry this time. Hell yeah.
There's still plenty of games left, man. I don't know. It might happen at some point.
You had to go there.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Thanks to anybody that's watching on YouTube. Really appreciate that. That's huge.
Thanks to Junior for talking, freaking finally commenting.
Appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. That would be also huge. And we'll go again next week. I don't think Omar's going to be back yet.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think he gets back midweek. So it'll just be a 2-man pod again next week. We'll cover a few more games, being that the Broncos and the Chargers will be off their byes. So until then, 80 days until Bo Nix wins his first Super Bowl. Ross Smith days. Cheers.
Cheers.